It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
First and foremost, I always enter in these commands before I start watching a demo. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, I highly recommend you check out this video so you can become aware of what type of anomalies can happen when you use an aimbot. Alright, let's get started. What's up, people? I really hope you enjoyed this video, but before I actually get into things, I need to explain why I chose Shroud to be the first video released. You see, when I first found out a lot of people were hacking, I made a couple of videos to try to explain to people what I was seeing, just to try to get a little bit of feedback. One of them was on ESEA and one of them was on Shroud, which is the video that you're watching right now. This video ended up going viral because I was pretty much acting like an idiot. I didn't really understand how to articulate what I was seeing, and I made videos prematurely, honestly. But mistakes happen, and they aren't always bad, because they teach you things. Right, as long as you learn from your mistakes, everything's good. And I fully believe that I've learned from my mistakes, I've done my research, and I can prove that I wasn't wrong. And honestly, the only reason why I made a video on Shroud is because I was looking into pros to try to differentiate between cheaters and good aim. But I was seeing the same things with pros that I was seeing with the cheaters. Again, I just couldn't articulate what I was seeing so everybody else could understand. I just sounded like an idiot, pretty much. Because I was trying to explain cheats without ever cheating and not knowing anything about cheats. But that's enough on the backstory. Let's actually get into some cheating evidence. The first thing I'm going to show you also has to do with smokes and low FOV, since that was a big point in the original video. And if anybody wants to laugh at me, the original video is going to be down in the description.
If it was a low FOV aimbot, he would hit the guy below stairs, not randomly flick all the way up to the stairs. Yeah, which one was closer? Which one was closer? Who was closer? Well, that's a tough one, actually. That's hard to say. Because it's, I think, technically, I think this guy's closer.
I just saw the round where you guys
I think he's closer.
Right?
Alright, I don't believe this clip needs any explanation, but I'm going to give you one anyways. As you can see, he's shooting through the smoke right now, and what he's doing is he's looking for information, because you can also activate the aimbot by hitting the mouse 1 button, and that's what he's doing. So as soon as a target comes within range of his crosshair, it's going to jump up to the target, just like he saw. And there's no way that he heard him because he was shooting his weapon and the guy was walking the whole time. And here we have the same exact thing from the first clip. Shroud shooting through the smoke for information, waiting on somebody to cross by, and if somebody crosses by, his crosshair is going to jump up to the target, letting him know that somebody's there. Okay, pay attention to how his crosshair is jumping to the target. And right here is a little zigzag to the target. And again, jumping to the target. And this is going to be some sort of crazy zigzag adjustment in between shots, because the aimbot's going to check itself like every millisecond to see whether or not the shot count is accurate and the view angle is accurate. And if not, it's going to adjust itself. This clip right here shows either Shroud's trigger bot messing up or him hitting his aim key without shooting at the guy. Either way, we have a precise micro adjustment and he eventually starts shooting at him. And I'll show it to you one more time just so you don't have to rewind. Here you're going to see the same thing. His crosshair is going to lock onto the target, but he's not going to actually shoot him. He's going to have to make an adjustment, and then his weapon fires at him. And here's another clip of the same exact thing going on. He's on his target, but for some reason he's not going to shoot until he adjusts. And like I said before, I'm pretty sure it has something to either do with the trigger bot not working, or him hitting the aim key and just not firing at the guy. And here's another one. From pretty fucking far away, too. So I'd love to see somebody explain that not being an aimbot. And don't let the slow motion fool you. Go back in real time and play it if you need to. This is only 10% of the game speed. Alright, this is one of my more favorite clips right here. You're going to see Shroud's Crosshair tug at the target right before he gets around the corner. There's absolutely no way he's doing this. This is the definition of a low FOV aimbot. And I'm not talking about the punch of the CZ whenever he's firing the weapon. I'm talking about right before he steps around the corner, how his crosshair is pulled up to the target and then he starts firing. And it happens again right here. So there's a lot of things that happen in this clip, but again, for time purposes, I'm just going to cut it down to this last part. I'm going to show you a bunch of precise micro adjustments and some zigzags, but I'm not going to draw anything just because there's so many and so obvious. You'll notice that in between every shot he's having to adjust, and you'll notice the zigzags here towards the end. In this clip right here, you're going to see his crosshair get tugged over to that first target behind the wall, and then the second target's going to have this aim shake zigzag effect until he gets behind the wall, and then watch what happens to his crosshair once he gets behind the wall. You're going to see him hit his aim key right now. Okay, we got another clip with a lot going on, but I'm not going to go over all of it. I'm just going to go over the obvious things, like this right angle adjustment here at the end of his flick, and the right angle going back to the target, but we'll come back to these. Right now, pay attention to the precise micro adjustments after the first shot and the second shot. Here's something to kind of help you see the right angle that I'm referring to here in the beginning. And then this is going to be the second right angle going back to the target. And then the kill here at the end has a right angle plus an adjustment at the end. This clip's pretty much going to be the same thing as the last clip. It's going to have a right angle with an adjustment at the end towards the target. And here's another illustration to kind of help you see what I'm talking about. Okay, and the first thing you're going to see in this clip is going to be a right angle right here on this first target. And then he's going to go for the second target, shoot at him once, and go to shoot at him again, but the third target's going to interfere, and he's going to actually lock onto the third target. Alright, and this is another one of those right angle adjustments that I've been showing you guys, and it's going to have that flick at the end also. And of course, another illustration to kind of help you see what I'm seeing. Okay, pay attention to his crosshair in this clip, because as soon as his target comes close to it, you can see his aimbot activate, and then it does the smallest right angle possible and shoots up to the target. And again, this is ignoring everything else that was in this clip, just focusing on this one thing. In this clip, we're going to have another precise micro adjustment due to recoil control, and it's going to be after this first shot. You'll be able to see it better if I slow it down even more. It's right after the first shot. And then I'll play it again a couple of times, slow, but not too slow. Okay, this clip's pretty funny. As you can see, Shroud's shooting the guy through the squeaky door, but he can't shoot through either side of the squeaky door. He can just shoot through the door, or he can shoot through that wall straight ahead of him, right? So only those two things can be shot through. That's why his crosshair locks on his first target and then jumps to his second target and actually hits him through the wall, because he can't hit his first target. Alright, in this last clip here, you're going to see after he was edge locked, he's going to do a right angle adjustment when the guy comes to peek, and he's going to adjust before the guy even gets to the corner. And while this is the last clip I'm going to show you in this video, this is not the last clip I have of Shroud cheating. But I think the clips that I've showed you so far on Shroud are sketchy enough to make you go, what the hell is really going on? And if not, well, then there's always next time, right?
He's gonna blow my mind.